Hey guys, welcome back to the Totally Random Talk Show. And today we're going to be talking about letter L topics. It's
Mhm.
good to be back. It's been a little while since we've been pretty busy, but we'll be trying to push out some more. Sorry, we'll be trying to push out some more episodes for you guys so you can enjoy and listen to them. So why don't we hop right into it? You can introduce our first topic, Tracy.
All right, sounds great. Thank you very much. Our first topic for you guys is on lions. Mm, not lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my, am I right? Sorry, I had to do that. But I actually like lions a lot. I would never go up close to one unless they were tamed because they'd probably maul me and then eat my face off. So yeah, that wouldn't be fun. But lions are way cool. Reason being they're much different from tigers, also bears, but a lot of people think lions and tigers are somewhat the same thing, and they're not at all. I don't know where that started, but they're not the same. They're just not. Tigers are more in the jungle, lions are more in the savannah. Tigers have stripes, lions are just like bland. They're
Yeah.
kind of boring, but they're still cool. So another thing, The Lion King, you can't hate that movie. You're not allowed to. Everyone loves that movie. So, yeah, lions are awesome. Is there anything you'd like to say about lions?
Yeah, so one thing I thought was interesting is for the Lion King live action, or not live action, sorry, CGI, live action, realistic, whatever it is, has like the audience rated it super poorly and critics rated it really, or actually, sorry, opposite. Audience rated it really good and critics rated it really bad. And to be honest, the animated one is always going to be better. The like CGI one, well, it's still animated, but like it's supposed to be realistic. Newer one is not as good. And like when you think of lions, I think the first thing people think of is Lion King because it's a very famous movie. So yeah, but lions are cool. I I haven't really seen too many lions though. Mostly at the zoo, but nowhere else.
Yeah. Ironically, the last topic, uh, well, one of the topics of last podcast, we were talking about kings.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
think about that. Lions right now, kings last time. Lion
Hmm.
King. Hmm.
And also, they are the like the sorry, king of the jungle. There we go.
Mm,
Or
King of the
king of the yeah, you know what I mean.
safari.
But like they're the kings of the land.
It's a good way to put it. Um, yeah. So if you're ever walking around and someone says, "Oh, lion," they're like tigers, right? Just walk away, okay? Walk away. You don't have to say anything. Just walk away, okay? Yeah.
Yeah. And if somebody ever says, "Look, there's a lion," then you say, "You're lying." There's a nice pun for y'all.
Bravo. Loved that.
All right.
My gosh. Sorry. That was so good. So, um, I think that's all for that topic. Unless you have
Yeah.
anything else to say. There's not.
I don't
There's
have
not too
anything
much on
else.
the topic, to be honest. I
Yeah.
mean, I could probably
Actually,
say a lot more if I knew things
yeah, I
about.
have one fun fact about lions. Lions are, oh, the males are actually very lazy. They always sleep the whole day. And the women, females, they are always out hunting. So if you ever see a lion hunting, the female lions are actually more fierce for hunting. The males are always going to be in charge, even if they are lazy. I'm not sure why, but I think it's interesting how they don't hunt. Like they're pretty lazy.
Well, it's because they have to take care of their tiny Simbas and teach them about
Simba.
Simba.
And then he
Remember,
checks him off the cliff.
all the light touches is our kingdom.
Outside of it, light still touches it actually, but apparently it has to be the most light. They're like, if it has shadows, then you're
Don't go
screwed.
there. So you
But
can't.
basically,
We don't own the underneath the trees
yeah,
or in the
yeah,
caves
yeah.
or in the crevices of the rocks.
But
And
basically, the whole world has light. So even if it's night, it still has light. So basically, they own the whole world. And spoiler alert, his dad dies.
oh, spoilers.
I think it's like 30 years old though,
Yeah,
almost, but by one
it's
year off, I think.
yeah,
Let me
it's
just
an
check.
old movie. But
Uh, we have 3 more years until it's 30 years old.
oh, another fun fact that
Mhm.
I don't know if I should share. You probably know what it is. It's about Scar, and
Yeah.
yeah, is that good or no?
You should
I
share it.
don't.
Ruin
Okay,
everybody's childhood.
okay. Scar, when he was doing like the Hamlet reference, holding the skull. Rumors are he ate Simba's dad,
Mufasa is,
Mufasa.
yeah,
That he died, and Scar ate him. Cannibal.
and there are many signs leading to that. Just give me one second. I'm gonna pull up like an article or something about that.
Mm-hmm. That's one of my favorite parts of the movie. No, not where like he's holding the skull, like Hamlet, but like the part with Zazu where he's
Oh
just
yeah.
like singing "It's a Small World." He's like, "It's a small world after." No, no, no more of that. I hate that song. This is great. I
All
love it.
right. Ready for this? I'm gonna just share my screen on
All right.
this. Okay.
I feel bad for them. They can't see it.
Mufasa was in fact eaten by Scar after his death. You ready for this? And then I'm not gonna watch the video, because it's a waste of time actually. Okay, and then the theory then points to a scene later in the film where he's holding the skull, right? It's a skull of a lion. You're right. Give me 1 second.
Scary stuff, guys.
See, okay, so he's holding a skull, and the skull is literally identical to the skull of a lion.
It's not right.
And you see, that's not a coincidence at all. They would have to draw the skull. Why would he eat him? He's starving. If you remember, the whole time he hasn't had food. So he eats his brother after he's king.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there's so many things wrong with this. Like,
Yeah. And also,
yeah,
he's evil. So, obviously, it just leads to it because he's evil. So,
yeah,
yeah, just think about it.
we
There's
ruined
so much
everybody's
about it.
childhood.
But
Sorry.
it just makes us all the more hate Scar. So,
Yeah.
I never liked him.
He was ne I don't understand why Simba would actually like follow him, because
Mm-hmm.
Scar is like this bad guy from the start. He knows he's bad and he even acts bad anyways. So he's like, why would you follow him? Why would you even listen to him one bit? Because he sounds sinister the whole time.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just a dumb kid, but lion, but like I don't think he is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
weird.
anyways, should we move on to our next topic?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay. Our next topic is on lemons and limes. Double topic right
Mm.
here.
Yay! My favorite topics. Not really, but they're still great.
Yeah.
So,
So I have a fun fact about lemons and limes too. Lemons and limes are the sweetest fruits, but because of the citric acid that they have, it makes them the most sour fruits.
yeah.
So if they didn't have any citric acid, they would be really sweet. Like actually really sweet.
Um, Another fun fact going along with that, they are more sweet than a strawberry.
Yeah.
Which, if that doesn't tell you anything, then I don't know what will. Because strawberries are very sweet. Probably not the sweetest or my favorite fruit. I like pineapple and
Hmm.
things like that, But pineapple is just like a whole different category, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're sweet in terms of sugar
Yeah.
and
Are
things like
pineapples
that.
melons? Like,
Pineapple, like, is it considered a melon? Or
I don't
I
know.
don't think it's considered a melon, but I don't. What is it considered? Well, it has the word apple in it, so
That's
maybe it's
true.
considered an apple. I don't know. A
Let's see.
pine apple.
That's true. Um,
Huh. Yeah, that's weird.
let's see. Um,
Mm.
okay, pineapple fruit group, I guess.
Yeah.
Pineapple is not a pine nor an apple.
What?
Many berries. What?
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 Ah.
No, this ruined everything.
No. What is? Ah, no.
No, that actually is terrible. Like,
That tells us nothing, and it kind of ruins it.
it literally said that it's a group of berries. So, like, think of this. Think of a pineapple as a bunch of raspberries just bunched together.
It's not right.
Oh, that. No.
I don't
All
like
right.
that at all. I really don't like that.
What type of fruit is? Let's see if it's true. Okay. I just wanna read it on this. Okay. Pineapple is not a pine nor an apple, but a fruit consisting of many berries that have grown together. They're not a single fruit, but a group of berries. This is painful to read
What the heck?
because wait a second. This just caught my eye. Pineapples
Yeah,
can
that's what I saw.
eat you back. Pineapples contain an enzyme called
Ah.
bromelain. This enzyme breaks down proteins in your mouth. So when you eat a pineapple, it's eating you. Pineapple, no. Why did we have to read this? Like this actually ruined pineapples.
Uh,
Oh my gosh. Workers on pineapple fields don't have fingerprints because they've been eaten off.
oh my gosh.
But also, um, once it's in your stomach, the enzymes are broken down, so you're safe.
I
But
don't
like,
like that.
what if you could torture somebody by like constantly feeding them pineapple, but like making them keep it in their mouth, and they'd just like melt. I don't, that's not how it would work, but you know what I mean, right? Like,
What
imagine
if,
like having a pineapple eat you alive.
what if you just like cut open a pineapple and then like strapped it to someone's chest? It's like a slow time ticking bomb.
Yeah, how long? Wait, I just want to see something. Could pineapple make you or eat eat? This is I'm curious about this. Okay, okay. Um,
The flesh eating pineapple.
can a pineapple kill you? What? Wait, there's no scientific proof that eating a pineapple and drinking milk at the same time can kill you. Who would
What?
wonder that? There's like, drink some milk, eat a pineapple. Oh, I'm dying.
Oh, there you go. Do pineapples eat your skin? Look at that.
Okay. Uh, it's digesting the tender skin inside of your mouth. So that means it probably wouldn't break your skin because your skin is very tough.
So,
It would burn the tender skin in your mouth and make the rest a little bit more tender, probably. But yeah,
hmm,
pretty scary,
fun
actually.
facts. We barely even talked about lemons and limes, but we
Yeah,
learned a lot about pineapple.
yeah. So back to lemons and limes. I've noticed a lot that lemons are not used in a lot of things. There's maybe like lemon tarts and some pies with lemons, and then there's lemonade. But
Mm,
like, are there any foods that really use a lemon other than as a topping? I don't think there are. Let me just look. Might as well look. We're just
well, a
looking up
couple
everything.
about a month or two ago, I made lemon bars. Those were very
That's
good.
true. Lemon bars are good. You could have
Lemon chicken.
drinks though. There's multiple probably. Lemon tarts, oh yeah, you could put lemon chicken, lemon shrimp. You could put it on meats, but that's also not like it's the main focus. You know what I mean? It's usually
Hmm.
used in desserts, which I think is
Yeah.
interesting. But like sauces,
Hmm.
stuff, lots of things include lemons. They're never going to be a main focus because they're more of a topping.
Yeah.
It's interesting though. What about lime? Key lime pie.
Fun fact: I ate a lime last month, maybe 2 months ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I wouldn't call that a fun fact though. Just
Yeah,
something that I did.
pretty fun actually.
Uh, define fun. I bought
Mm,
it for like 20 cents and then I just cut it open and I ate it and it was interesting. It was sour, but after you got like the sour part, it just tasted like any other orange kind of
yeah.
like it felt like an orange in your mouth. You know how it's like kind of weird, squishy, but you get like the citrus and stuff.
Hmm.
There's no citrus in a lime, but
Yeah.
it's the same because you cut one open and it looks the same.
Yeah.
It works the same
So
way.
with limes, I think you can use them a lot more to flavor things.
Hmm.
Nobody uses a lemon for flavoring. But you think a lot of Mexican food, carne asada, you might put it on that. You might put it on guacamole. In
Another
fact, you
great
would.
thing you can do with limes is make Brazilian limeade. It's
Oh,
like one of my
limeade
favorite drinks. But
makes
have you
me
had
want some.
Brazilian dry or limeade?
It's
Drymeade.
probably really good, I'm guessing. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's like creamy, milky limeade. It sounds gross when
Literally,
I
it's the
say it, but
first
it's
thing that comes
good.
up. Brazilian limeade. Why does it say lemonade? Wrong. That's literally a lime. It shows.
That's not
Okay,
right.
you look at the.
Lemonade? Where the
They literally called it Brazilian lemonade and said it was made with limes. It's limeade. Why is it not? What? Okay, they literally. Okay, they're just trying to
potato
extend their.
potato?
They're
No, that's
trying to
not how it works.
extend their uh their article, right? They put a huge picture, like gigantic. If I have this full screen, the picture takes up the whole screen,
Yeah.
literally the whole screen. And then you scroll down and it has three paragraphs about why it's not called limeade and it's called lemonade in this one, and you can call it either one. Why?
Really weird.
Why? Why does it matter? And they literally have like tons of ads and like pictures in the middle.
Oh,
Okay, where do I like give a
pop-ups.
review for this website?
I
Because
don't
this
know.
is like, oh, it makes me want to. I'm sorry. Now I'm getting distracted by this website, and
It's
everybody has to
not
picture
very
this in their
good.
heads because they can't actually see what's going on.
Yeah. All I gotta say though is Brazilian limeade is amazing, and you should search
Yeah.
up a recipe and go try it.
Mm. Just
It
don't go on Olivia's cuisine because it takes forever to find the recipe. You have to scroll like 20 minutes to find.
wow.
Sorry, but now I'm just salty about this. But let's find a nice recipe.
Here, I know which one's a good one.
Hmm.
Scroll up to the top. There you go. Yeah. Like all the way to the top. It's go to
Spruce Eats.
Natasha's Kitchen. Try that one. I think that's the one I used.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like the one that I used, maybe.
Yeah. Really quick, I'm gonna go back to Spruce Eats because they're very helpful usually.
That's
But it's
Caifarina.
a cocktail, I think. Yeah.
That is, yeah, that's a cocktail.
Yeah. I don't want that. Yeah. Literally not even legal for me to have.
Nope,
Yeah.
not legal.
All right. Cold water,
Uh,
sugar.
It's actually not the
lime
one I use, but
juice.
that looks pretty good.
Yeah, but usually you use sweetened condensed milk. It
Yeah.
probably tastes pretty good. So
Oh, it
yeah,
does taste good. I
go
love
try
it.
that out. Go try out lots of other things. Make a lemon bar, a lemon tart,
Yes.
lime tart, key lime pie.
Hmm.
I could just keep going.
Oh
To
yeah.
okay. We might need to move on so we
Yeah.
have time for the rest.
All right. Let's talk about licorice. Everyone's maybe favorite candy. I'm just gonna go out and say it though. I don't like black licorice. It doesn't taste that good to me. It's weird because everyone, some people like it and some people don't, and that's fine. I personally don't like it,
Mm,
but some do.
yeah, I think it's okay. It's not something I go out to try and get. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But like, if I have black licorice, I'll eat it. I'd rather have red licorice. And then
Oh
there's
yeah.
like other weird flavors, like they have like mixed ones. Let me share a picture with you so you know what I'm talking about.
I think I know what you're talking about. I went to Cabela's and I got some apple licorice. It was green and it tasted
Yeah.
okay. I mean, it wasn't bad at all, but you know, like it wasn't the
Yeah.
greatest thing in the world. So, yeah,
Um, well, not
I still
shopping.
liked it though.
Okay. Not like this, but there's some licorice that has like two flavors. Like,
Oh, I know what you're talking about then. Yeah. I don't like those very much.
yeah,
I
they're
mean,
not
they're
not that
good,
good.
and I prefer them over black licorice, but like they're not greatest thing in the world.
Yeah.
So,
Or it's not Twizzlers. What's the other brand? Red Vines?
oh yeah, it's red
Or
vines.
I think there's another brand. Is it
Is there?
Twizzlers? Twizzlers.
Hmm.
Twizzlers. Oh, whoops. It's the Pole and Peel ones.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I just want to find a picture really quick. Yeah, so like they have like the ones that have strings, so you pull them apart, but they also have ones that have multiple flavors, and they do not taste very good because it like
Hmm.
mixes the flavors together in the licorice, and so then it makes it taste weird because you're getting like strawberry and lemon and another flavor, and then it like just makes it taste weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like usually it should
Personally,
taste fine.
strawberry and candy, they don't taste very good. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know what they do with the strawberry flavoring, but it's not that great at all.
cherry is better.
Yeah. Or
Grape
watermelon.
is
Blue
okay sometimes.
raspberry is
Yeah,
good.
blue raspberry. Is that even like a real thing
I
though?
don't think so. Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Hey, have you ever tried a blue raspberry before? Yeah. No, I always have red raspberries, because that's the common thing, man. No, 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 blue raspberry. That's the way to
Is it like
go.
blueberry and raspberry?
I don't know. Because that's kind of like, it's a candy flavor, but is it an actual thing?
Let's find out. Is there a real blue raspberry fruit? No.
Huh.
Doesn't even have any actual raspberry flavoring.
Wow.
How? But whoa. They
Yet
like
there's
changed.
pictures of blue
They
raspberries.
do you see the
It's
shadow?
dumb.
How it's off on this one?
Yeah, it's photoshopped.
It's all photoshopped. Every
For
single one of
shame.
these. And that one, there's some of these where like they look terrible because they just change the coloring. It does not look right at all.
Yeah.
But basically, blue raspberry is like its own flavor.
Hmm.
Let's find out on Bon Appetit what blue raspberry
Bon
actually
appetit.
is. This website is actually very good compared to Olivia's Cuisine. Just kidding. Um,
Olivia's cuisine. Hmm.
um, blah 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 blah. Blah icy cometh. The icy.
Oh.
Let's see.
Hmm. I mean, it does look really good. Like a blue raspberry looks
Yeah.
really good, but sadly, it's not a thing unless you completely
Oh,
dye a raspberry and make it really bad for you.
yeah. So fun fact, Icy came up with the blue raspberry flavor, which is how they became such a popular brand because they wanted something like raspberry that tasted sweet and delicious like a raspberry, but they wanted to change it a little bit. So they decided to come up with blue raspberry because of the coloring on some of their cups, blue, and made it their own flavor. And now seriously, it's probably one of the most popular things. Like think about it. A lot of people like blue raspberry Jolly Ranchers the most. A lot of people like blue raspberry Dum Dum Suckers the most, stuff like that,
Yeah,
because they're actually really good.
they are.
And it's an artificial thing, which is
What's
crazy.
next though? Blue cherry, blue
Yeah,
melon, blue apple.
blue apple.
Yeah.
Um, what would that even taste like? Because there's green apples and red apples and yellow apples.
Yeah. There's some orange apples.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. That'd be strange, but I don't have anything else to say about licorice or this blue raspberry thing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
should we move on to our next topic then?
Yeah. All right. This one could be pretty good because I'm excited for it. We're going to be talking about languages for next one. Now this
Hola, ¿cómo
is
estás?
estoy bien, ¿y tú?
Sí, comprendo.
Sí.
No, I was talking to the audience, but
Ah,
that works. So, yeah.
está bien.
Sí.
Yo no hablo mucho español porque yo dijo, no, yo no
Some,
sé.
yeah, you're getting there.
I don't
Something
know.
like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm only in like the
No
first year of
necesito.
Spanish, so.
I'm too far, and it kind of scares me. Don't go to Spanish 3. I'm warning you now.
You might
Okay,
actually want to,
just
because
back away.
in America, at least, it's like concurrent enrollment, which means you could literally get college credit for it.
That's way nice. That's a good perk about it. But if it's concurrent enrollment, it means it's harder, and it's already hard anyways because it's conjugations.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to pay attention, or else you're not gonna do so swell.
Yeah. And I think it's interesting when a lot of people learn tons of languages. Like, think how long it takes you to learn language. For us, it could take anywhere from 3 to 4 years to become conversational, which isn't even fluent. That's just enough to speak a conversation quickly.
Yeah.
But if you're wanting to learn a fluent language, it could take anywhere from like 5 to maybe even 10 years, probably less for some languages.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's interesting. I think, and language is interesting because it's a weird way to communicate because we're using all these made up ideas even when we're talking right now, all these words that we understand, comprehend, and use are made up for us to communicate somehow.
Yeah.
I, I don't even know. It's hard to think about.
If you think about it, it's irrelevant. Every
Mhm.
single language is irrelevant, made up by some random person way back
Multiple
in the
people,
day.
yeah.
Or, yeah, group of people, however many. And every language around the world is the same way,
Yeah,
made up at some point in time.
and
And
throughout
that's
centuries.
kind of interesting to think about. I mean, obviously, I think English and Spanish, maybe Chinese are some of the most popular ones, but we're all used to English, so no one ever thinks about how the language is. You know, they're always just like, oh yeah, I speak English. That's it, and they don't think about where it came from, why we speak it, and how. Like, if you think about it, how do you speak this language? It makes no sense.
Okay, you ready for this one?
Yeah.
Dije que los tigres son muy peligrosos, Timmy. That's a mom saying said the tigers are very dangerous. And if you noticed, you were watching, nobody else can, but I typed in Spanish first to go to English to make sure I was typing it right. If I'm on Google Translate and I want to say something in a different language, well, at least for Spanish, because I know a little bit, then I'll type it in Spanish first, because then you can correct it. Because then you're also learning, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you were to type something in English, language that you know fluently,
Hmm.
and then change it to Spanish, first of all, it might not be completely correct, and it will never be completely correct on Google Translate.
Yeah.
But it's better if you're trying to learn a language. If you type it in the language that you're trying to learn to another language that you're fluent in, might work better. Good tip.
Yeah, see, I actually, in my Spanish class, like last week, we got this huge paper that we had to read through. It was like an article on, like the different Christmas traditions that different Spanish-speaking countries have. Um, and we had to read through the entire thing and like study what each and every paragraph meant, even though all the words we didn't exactly know 100%. We had to like just pick out words, and like really think about them and try to think what they mean. And with Spanish, a lot of words they have sound kind of the same as words we have in English. So like if you were to say sandwich in Spanish, it sounds like just sandwich. That's how you say it.
Yeah.
It sounds the same mostly. And there's a lot of Spanish words like that. So that makes it a bit easier. But other than that, you're reading through this giant paper and it kind of gets confusing.
Yeah. Sometimes languages
But
are intimidating too.
yeah, I do think though that's the best way to learn though is you just take a paper that's entirely written in Spanish by a Spanish speaker and then you have to piece through the whole thing and it makes it a lot better than rather, doing it the other way around where you have to write sentences in
Yeah.
uh, you know, English and translate them to Spanish. It makes it a bit harder for some reason. I don't know why, but it just does.
Yeah. And one thing I think is interesting about languages too is like for Spanish, it's much easier to learn than Chinese. Like you need more time learning and practicing Chinese to actually be
Mhm.
fluent. And also they don't use the same lettering characters as English. Like they have their own characters, which is hard to
Yeah.
learn.
Hmm.
So like there's some languages which sound similar to like Spanish and Portuguese and Italian sound a little bit similar. But then there's like Chinese where it's not similar to Spanish, but it's also similar to Japanese. It's just interesting to see how language also shapes culture because it's like similar to other places and everything. But
Yeah.
that's why other languages are intimidating sometimes because you also have to learn about the culture to be able to understand the language. And yeah,
Hmm. And there's honestly so many languages. Obviously, we can't really go into all of them, but
yeah.
there's so many languages that, most of them, like, you cannot physically learn every single language in the world. Like, I think that's completely impossible.
Hmm.
But who knows? Maybe someone will prove me wrong.
That'd be
So,
crazy.
that'd be insane if someone learned every single language.
I, actually, that would be impossible because if you think
Yeah.
about it, there are ancient languages that no one uses anymore, and language has changed a lot. But
Hmm.
if you were like trying to learn every language that's still spoken, you could, but fluently, like really, would you actually get that done? Probably not.
Yeah. So, there's not too much more that I have to say about it, to be honest. But I
Yeah.
can speak a lot of Spanish. So, yeah,
Okay. Do you want to get started on our next topic then?
that sounds great. All right. Would you like to share it to everyone?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
actually.
All right. Our next topic. This one is even better. the languages, and it is logs,
Ooh,
as in
one.
the wooden logs.
Yes, not the. Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm not gonna say anything else. It's just gonna get worse. But logs are great. Nope. Uh, I got that image in my head. Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible. Ugh. I'm sorry. Anyways, logs come from trees. And we all know that trees are what help us to live and breathe.
Hmm.
Actually, does everyone know that? Or, like, I
Yeah,
don't know. I
hopefully
would hope
everybody
everyone
does.
knows that oxygen comes from trees and plants. They take in carbon dioxide and they make it into oxygen. So what you're breathing out, they take in, and then they give you more oxygen, which you take in, and then you breathe out carbon dioxide. And it's just a process. So if you didn't know that, I'm sorry, but now you know it. So congratulations. There you go. Anyways, yeah. Another cool thing about trees is that they make a lot of stuff. Like you got wood, you
Hmm.
got toothpicks, you got paper, pencils, uh, tables, chairs. Everything you see around you is made out of wood, mostly.
Yeah.
Every house you're gonna see has a structure of wood, and every table you see is gonna have wood of some sort, unless it's made of metal.
Hmm.
So yeah, there's a lot of wood around us and a lot of logs. And since there's all that wood around us, there's probably not as many trees in the forest, sadly.
Sadly,
Very,
yeah.
very sad.
At least there are some companies that like logging companies that plant more trees than they chop down. So like if they cut down one tree, they plant two in its place. So that's good. But then there's like so many trees that are cut down that eventually will be like just cutting down way too many trees. And we almost
Mm.
talked about the Lorax, right? And he was trying to stop people from cutting down trees because we need trees like for multiple things. Sure, we need them for products like paper and tables, furniture, what else? Most most everything, to be honest.
Mhm.
And like we also need trees to breathe. Like in the Lorax, literally like they didn't have any trees, so they had to have like extra oxygen. Like
O'Hare air.
but like literally O'Hare was selling these guys just straight up air, like literally the air probably that they live right next to. You know what I mean? Like he's probably
Yeah,
selling them the air they already breathe. And they're just like, "Oh yeah, this is good.
he is good.
This is very good."
And they just bottle it.
That I don't think that works, seriously. Like
It
and then they
doesn't
open
work
it.
at
They open
all.
it, then you're just like, stick it on a fan. How does that work? Because you already contaminated it.
Yeah.
I I don't know why I'm getting worked up about this, but like they shouldn't have bought the air because it's like the dumbest thing in the world. But man, he's a good businessman.
Oh yeah, for selling air when they needed it. So that may be so random if you think about it, but yeah, logs are great. You would not have anything you have today if it weren't, well, you know, I forgot what I was trying to say, but that's
Yeah.
okay. I think you guys all know what I was trying to say.
Yeah. All right. That's about it for logs, right?
Yeah,
Do you
I
have
think that's
anything
about
else to
it.
say? Or
Not
that's
really,
about it?
no.
All right. Let's get on to our next topic. You can introduce it.
All right. Our last, well, not last topic. We have the random word. Uh, our second to last topic is on lollipops.
Oh,
I
See,
will give you a
earlier,
dollar if you can guess what that movie is from, or what that quote is from. Which
lollipops.
movie?
It sounds so familiar, and I'm probably gonna sound stupid if I get it wrong.
Lollipops, ice
Lolli-
creams, candies,
What?
sweet treats,
What is
something
that
like that.
from? I don't know. You have to tell me.
Okay, you don't get the dollar. You forfeit.
Sadly,
But I don't even have a dollar right now, so it's kind of sad.
I have $2. I
Man,
think.
you're richer than I am.
Oh yeah, and I also got $50 peso, $10 peso, and
Ooh,
two $1 pesos. And the two $1 pesos are worth like 0.05 of a cent in US dollars.
wow.
50 or like $50 peso is worth about maybe two. Wait, just give me 1 second. It's 50 divided by I think it's 17. It's maybe $3,
Oh wow.
which is not that bad. But think about it, like 50 pesos, it's like $50. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
big difference.
Hmm. But in case you wanted to know, the quote I was quoting, oh, so that's 5 cents. That's kind of insane.
Yeah. So, or actually, it's 250. Okay. So 50 pesos is 250 in US. So then, like, say you're taking a taxi cab, 360 pesos, well, only $18. It's not that bad. And a lot of the taxis there are actually $80. So $4, really cheap. So yeah. Um, back to lollipops while Tracing is gone for just a second. Um, I love lollipops. And there's one reason I love lollipops, and that is because there are so many different flavors. See, like with Dum Dums, you have the random flavors. You have blue raspberry, and I'm trying to think of some now. You have grape, blue raspberry, normal raspberry. I think there's lime and lemon. I think there's a root beer one. There's so many different flavors of lollipops. Like it's kind of crazy. And like you have a variety too. You have uh sorry. You have gum filled lollipops. You have just straight up lollipops. You have lollipops that probably have like chocolate tootsie pops or like there's so many. It's crazy.
Uh, yeah. Sorry, I had to take my hamster out. It was
You're
being
all good.
annoying. So, um, yeah, lollipops are great. I don't know what you were talking about, but it was probably somewhere around the lines of lollipops, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But in case you wanted to know where that quote was from, it's from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I don't think
Oh yeah.
anyone's really seen that movie, but I think it's good. I like it. It's an old movie,
Yeah.
and it's got Dick Van
Sadly,
Dyke in it.
I haven't seen it, but I have heard of it.
Oh, it's a good movie. It's really long though.
As in Roald Dahl.
Yeah,
He was on the screenplay. Wait, hold up. What? Wait, just a second. Also, man, he looks classy.
he
Like,
does look
in the picture they
classy.
have on Wikipedia, suit and tie, pretty nice
Ooh.
grin there. Not really a smirk sorts. You know what I mean? Let's see how long it is. 145 minutes.
It's 2 hours 25 minutes.
Yeah, you can do. I the problem with math sometimes is like you get to a certain point where they're like throwing the super hard math at you, right? They're like, oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you need to find the cosine of 48 degrees. And then, like, and that's not too hard, I guess, but like
Mm-hmm.
it sounds complicated. And then you never use the actual good stuff like converting minutes into hours too much. So like sometimes it's hard to do in your head. Sometimes it's like, yeah, I'm all good.
Yeah, I actually didn't do the math for it, to be honest. I just remembered you searching it up, and then I saw what it was.
Yeah. 2 hours is 120 minutes. So basically, yeah, easy math, but like on the spot, I can't really think of it.
Hmm.
Yeah, this movie, I'll have to watch this movie.
It is a good movie. I liked it a lot. And there's parts where you can tell that it's totally not realistic at all. But it's like just one of those classic old movies that you can't hate.
Mhm. Have you ever seen Candle Shoe by chance?
I don't know, actually.
Now,
Maybe?
to everyone, I have to recommend you watch Candle Shoe.
If I
It's
haven't
on
seen it, I'll watch it.
it's on Disney Plus. If you have that, you can also watch it on YouTube for $4. Same with Apple TV and Vudu and Amazon Prime Video, or also Google Play Movies, or pretty cheap actually. But if you have Disney Plus, you can watch it. It's a pretty good movie. It's about this girl that ends up, I think, I'm trying to remember exactly. So basically she is posing as the long lost like relative of this rich lady, right?
Mhm.
In the uh English countryside. And so this rich lady like takes her in, right? She's like, "Oh, you're our long lost relative. This is great." And she actually isn't. So like her adoptive parents, which are not good people, end up like putting her there because they're trying to get money, and they know that um this rich lady has like, I think like a secret or something. I can't remember exactly, but it ends up being where like they're trying to get information from her by having her live with this lady, but it ends up like changing. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's right. So at the place where they are, there, it's called Candle Shoe. That's the name of the movie. It's where there's lots of doubloons hidden, which is worth a lot of money because it's centuries later.
Oh, yeah.
So it's interesting. I don't know. I like the movie. You'd have to
Huh.
watch it to actually get what's going on because I cannot explain it very well. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I'll go watch it, though, for sure.
yeah, I recommend
Because
everybody watch it.
I've heard a lot of good things about that movie, actually. I thought it was a movie that I had seen, but I was thinking of Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
Yeah, that one's also really good.
And that's a good movie.
So
It's
yeah,
kind of like it kind of reminds me of Mary Poppins, though,
that's yeah.
just a bit. I mean, it's still different, but like, where the animation mixes
Same
with normal
same
stuff.
idea in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
All right. Should we hop on to the random word?
sounds great.
All right, let me get a random number generator. Let me get
Bum,
the
bum,
numbers
bum,
in.
bum, bum,
Bum,
bum,
bum,
bum,
bum,
bum,
bum.
bum,
Drum
bum.
roll, please.
Bada bada bada.
416.
Oh wow,
Let me pull open my handy dandy Scholastic
handy
Children's
dandy.
Dictionary. More than 3,500,000 copies sold. Just
Really?
okay. uh,
I have a dictionary in my room. It's the 2013 edition, and I got it in like third grade.
oh yeah, mine is from 1992. I need to get a new one. In
Oh
fact,
wow.
I will go ask someone if I can actually get
I
one.
thought I
I
thought
just
mine was old.
realized I have a $10 Target gift card. I could totally
Ooh.
buy a dictionary with that.
So
Imagine twice the size, newer and updated, with words like what are some new words that you wouldn't have in 1992? iPhone?
yeah, iPhone. That's iPad, iPod.
When did Xbox come out?
That was 1998, I believe. Oh,
2001. Okay, so you wouldn't have had Xbox for sure.
yeah. Um, Samsung.
Maybe, actually. Samsung found date. Let's see. Samsung 19
Nope, never mind.
1938.
Never mind.
I knew Apple was in like the 70s,
Yeah.
but 1938? What would they do in 19 oh, trading. Okay, but still 1938. What the heck?
Wow. my gosh. It's kind of insane, to be honest.
I mean, IBM has been around for a long time too,
Hmm.
but that's newer.
What about
Wait, never
Microsoft?
mind.
Oh, wow.
1911? Okay. I'm actually really confused. Like, what? And I'm just typing too. All right.
Oh my gosh.
90.
What the heck? Okay.
All right.
Um,
Let's stop
I
getting
think. Oh,
distracted.
Amazon. Amazon.
Oh, you're
Well,
right.
no, that's already a word, so that doesn't make sense. But like,
It'll still come up,
still,
and that's probably newer.
yeah.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't
There we
have
go.
had Amazon.
Or
See,
eBay or
here's what we should
Netflix.
do. We should make a time machine, right?
Yeah.
You go back in time to 1994, 95 when Amazon was starting up, more around when it started getting popular, right?
Mm-hmm.
You spend tons of money to buy stocks, right? Because right now their stocks are $3,000. They would have been like what, 12 cents maybe at most.
Oh yeah.
And then you go forward in time, you still have your stocks. They're worth what, like billions of dollars now? Because let's say you bought like even just 100,000 stocks, which is a lot, yes. But just
Yeah.
imagine going back later, you get even more money, and then you have inflation too, so you get even more money. I
That'd
don't
be
know.
awesome.
And you'd
You
also
could
be the
also do that
inventor of a.
with Google.
Oh yeah, that's true. You invest in every single company that you know will be like super good, and then you end up um yeah, getting tons of money. One problem you would have is that um I- oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought. Sorry. You can come back to me later. We might need to choose a word.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's see. There's okay. I'm gonna actually choose a different one because this has one noun on the whole page,
Oh wow.
and it's
That's
pulse. Like taking your pulse. That's not even a good one. All right,
no.
the new number. Now that we got a little
There
distracted,
we
it's
go.
okay. 127.
Hmm.
Let's see. All right. Oh, this is way better. All right, we got cruiser, as in a boat,
Hmm.
a crow, a crowbar, crown, crowd, the crow's nest, crust, crustacean, uh, crutch, a crystal, crumble. That could also be. Wait, no, no. Could that? Wait, no. Crumb. Okay. What are you thinking?
I liked all of those, to be honest. They were all great.
Yeah.
Uh, I did like Crow's Nest a lot because there's a lot that we could talk about for that. I feel
Yeah.
like,
Mm-hmm.
because it's an interesting topic that doesn't very really come up that much.
Yeah. All right. Oh, I spelled it wrong when I was typing it in Google. Uh,
Crow's Nest.
crow's nest. Whoa. Crow's nest. Okay.
So, yeah, I can say a lot about this. A crow's nest, it's technically the nest of a crow for one, but it's
Mm-hmm.
also the very top of a ship. The highest point of a ship where people look through
Mm-hmm.
binoculars or whatever, and then they look out into the open ocean. It's on a boat, obviously,
Yeah.
but they look out into the open ocean to see what's ahead because often and you can't really see anything when you're low on the water. You can see better when you're higher in the air. So, uh, you know, it was very smart actually because they already needed masts, so why not just make a ladder that went all the way up to a crow's nest where you could spot other ships from far away or see
Oh,
other islands farther away, you know, and that was pretty cool. So, uh, one
yeah.
cool thing about crow's nests, the Titanic had a crow's nest. We don't need them
Ooh.
anymore,
Yeah.
but because we are advanced. But the Titanic had a crow's nest because they didn't have radar. You couldn't track anything. And that's one reason why they hit an iceberg is because they didn't have radar. But up on the crow's nest, there was the two guys chilling. They had the binoculars and they were just like, spying out into the ocean. They had to keep watch because they got like word of uh, icebergs and stuff. They just didn't care though. It seems like, but they were just looking through, spying on everything. They're like, oh, yep, here we go. There's some water over there. There's an iceberg over there, but we're chill. And the boat was actually going faster than it was supposed to go,
Yeah.
like way faster, because the captain was being a butt.
And also, makes me wonder, like, why would you not be paying attention, like, enough to signal that there was an iceberg? I
Yeah,
guess they were going too fast, so it was already a little too late.
actually,
But
I
like,
think
really, you guys gonna mess up that bad? Like,
I may be wrong, but I think the captain wasn't even on the deck or the bridge at all. I guess.
you
Yeah,
might
the
be
bridge.
right.
I think he was partying or something like that.
Let's find out, actually. All right. As the ice bumped along its starboard side, it punched holes in the ship's steel plates, flooding 6 compartments. Okay. In a little over 2 hours, the Titanic filled with water. 2 hours?
Mm-hmm.
That would be terrible. Just imagine sitting there for 2 hours, knowing you're most likely going to die if they can't get you on a safety boat. You know what I mean?
That's comforting.
Who's to blame?
Captain E.J.
Oh,
Smith.
the
Yep.
captain. He
Oh,
was
so
at
he was in
22
there.
knots. Oh my
That's
gosh.
fast. That's really fast. Like I think 1 nautical mile an hour, which is a knot. I think it's 1.67 miles an hour.
Yeah. Sorry, just give me 1 second. I'm trying to figure that out right now.
Average speed was 6 knots. That's what I saw.
All right. So,
Oh,
okay.
sorry. 1.15 miles an hour.
But for such
So
a big ship,
that's 25 miles an
going
hour.
going 25 miles an hour with that big of a ship in iceberg water is hard to control. Like, think of how slow ships usually go.
Hmm.
They go pretty slow. They don't go very fast. That's that's
Yeah.
terrible.
So, these guys were chilling up in the crow's nest though. They were just spying and one thing like that they think happened, cuz the you're supposed to be able to see from far away in a crow's nest, but they're saying that like it was like one of those uh types of nights where like the cold air, like cold air goes low to the ground and
Yeah.
hot air rises. So since it was a very cold night, all the cold air was down below. And when cold air is just kind of sitting there, it strangely enough, it makes it harder to see through. It's kind of like a fog, but an invisible fog that kind of plays with your mind.
Yeah.
And so they're thinking that like, with all that cold air down like, below where the water level is, like it was harder to see for like farther away. And so like not their vision was skewed basically.
Yeah.
And so they couldn't see the iceberg till it was kind of too late and they couldn't stop and they couldn't turn.
See here, really quick. I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit. Okay. So this website says Captain Smith ignored 7 iceberg warnings from his crew and other ships, which means there were other ships nearby.
Oh yeah,
Kind of. Yeah.
they all switched off their comms and or not the comms. They switched off the little thing, you know.
Yeah.
What's it called? I'm thinking Braille for some reason, but it's not Braille.
Morse code.
Morse. Thank you. Yeah, they switched off the Morse code indicator things on all the other ships around, so they couldn't get to the ship in time.
Yeah. And yeah, so I think that's interesting. Why would he ignore the warnings? Because he literally had no reason to. There were other ships warning him anyways. Mostly that seems like his fault, and I'm almost betting he died in the yeah. Or maybe he might have not actually.
Did Titanic survivors get eaten by sharks?
Actually, they would have afterwards. After the Titanic sunk down, for sure, anything would have eaten that. It's
Oh,
gross,
well,
but
yeah, but I
yeah.
don't think
But
sharks
during,
are like over
no.
there because
And they don't
icebergs.
and they don't just eat people for no reason. Like a shark wouldn't just come up to you and be like, food, yummy.
Yeah.
Oh, I just reloaded the page on accident. Anyways, yeah, so the Titanic is interesting. You can also see in the pictures of it the crow's nest.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting because, like, yeah, I don't know. Ooh, and there's a new CGI of how Titanic sank
Oh,
by
wow.
National Geographic. It's not that new because it's from
2012.
2012. Wow. So new. Look at that. It looks HD.
Actually, I think I saw that. They're saying that the Titanic didn't like it broke in half above the water, right? But it
Yeah.
didn't break in half like fully. You know how like I'm trying to think. Say you broke a Twinkie, you know, you'd break it, but like that little part of the bread towards the bottom would still be attached, like just barely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Like if you were to just take it and snap it, kind of like a twig. Oh, yeah, a twig is a
Uh,
better one. You know, if you take a twig and just snap it in
mhm,
half, there's still that little part that's connected. So they're saying that the one part dragged the other part down and it sank and then like halfway down, it just like, there was too much strain and stress and then the pressure of the water, so it just like snapped fully and broke apart.
mhm,
So,
yeah.
cool fact
But
that
like
might be true.
right now I'm watching the National Geographic animation. You can see it was going super fast. Like way faster than a ship this size should have ever been going.
Mhm.
In fact, they should have probably not even been going half that speed.
Yeah.
Less than half that speed. And oh, in this animation, the smokestacks fall
Oh,
off. Oh, and all the lights shutter off.
oh, there we go. Yeah, this is a way fast animation.
Yeah,
Imagine that,
it's
but
sped
two
up.
hours.
Yeah, this is all sped up. And as soon as
Yeah,
the
like
ship
that.
is a little bit underneath
But
the water, it even if it's slow, no matter what, it's going under. You can't stop that. But
yeah,
like,
see, it didn't do
oh,
that, is what they're saying.
yeah, no, this is not completely accurate. But I think it's just trying to give you kind of an idea of how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. But like, yeah, no, the Titanic was probably like just very well designed to be, like safe for the
Mm-hmm.
time. They spent a ton of money on it. But
Oh
then
yeah,
but then the mistakes of the people actually piloting the boat were what cost people's lives.
yeah. They're actually making Titanic 2, and it's supposed to come out next year, I believe. And
Wait,
most
like
people are kind
movie
of
or boat?
boat, like an
Okay,
actual boat.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
And it's supposed to be really, you know, like it's going to be safe, obviously, but it's supposed to be really cool. And a lot of people seem to be scared by that,
Yeah.
even though, like, there's nothing to be worried about. We have great technology, and it's not like they're going to not put radar on that thing because they're going to. They're going to put, like, the newest lifeboats, too.
Yeah, and it's going to be super safe if it's a newer boat. Think about it.
Yeah.
Like cruise ships now, really safe. In fact, if those were to sink, they would most likely have everybody off.
Oh, yeah.
And and they would also know before it was going to sink to get everybody off. With the Titanic, they they hesitated too long to get everybody off, and they didn't even have enough lifeboats for how big the boat actually was.
Yeah.
But now we have really good technology, and also with travel, like airlines and cruise ships, they basically I don't want to word this too weird, but they put a price on your life basically. They it's like if you were to get injured or get killed, then then like your life or your safety too is worth like $50 million or something like that, right? So,
Mhm.
and for every person on that flight or ship or whatever, and so basically they're making money because they have passengers. They don't want their passengers to get hurt at all. That's
Mhm.
that should never happen. And so then all of these ships and planes are meant to be as safe as possible
Yeah.
because then they know for sure that they don't have to, I guess, what's the right wording? Like spend the the cost of your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
Like basically what I'm saying is they don't want it to get to the point where they're going to have somebody's life taken or even anybody injured. So they try and make everything as safe as possible because it's also making them money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I have to say about the random word. Kind of went to Titanic and boats and travel, but
Yeah.
I think
That's
that's
okay though.
interesting.
It is.
It is totally
So,
random.
hey, that's what we're all about. So, all right. Well, I will see you soon, Max.
I'll
Hopefully
see
another
you soon too.
podcast.
Yeah.
And for our audience, as always, stay random.
Stay random. Hope you guys enjoyed.